When graphing logs, as with any of the other functions that we graph in methods, we use the form to help us to identify the key features. So what we have here is y equals log base 2 of x plus 1 plus 2, and we're going to say in the form y equals a log base r of b x minus h plus k. And we're going to remember to ourselves that a positive log graph looks something like that. And if you can remember that, you can always figure out what it would look like if it has been reflected in your x or y axes. All right, so let's look here. We've got y is log base 2 of x plus 1 plus 2. It appears to be in the correct form, which means that I can see that my a value must be positive 1 and my b value must also be positive 1. So I can start off saying that a is greater than 0. So I have no reflection in the x-axis. And I can also say that b is greater than 0. So I have no reflection in the y-axis. And immediately I can then do a little sketch that tells me what my function's shape or nature is going to be. I can also have a look and see, well, I have a horizontal shift of 1 towards the left, and that tells me where my vertical asymptote is. So our log graphs have got vertical asymptotes. So I can also say I have a vertical asymptote at x equals h. So that means that x equals -1 is where I have an asymptote. All right, so that's pretty much what I can get from the form. However, I also need a few points to be able to sketch this function. And because I know it has shifted to the left, I should have an x and a y intercept. So I'm going to use those as my points for my shape. So my x intercept happens when y equals 0. So I have 0 is equal to log base 2 of x plus 1 plus 2. -2 will be log base 2 of x plus 1. My base 2, I can rewrite that into exponential form, so it becomes 2 to the -2 is x plus 1, and 2 to the -2 is just a quarter. So x will be a quarter minus 1, which is -3/4. Please write that as a point. All right, my y-intercept happens when x equals 0. So we have y is log base 2 of 0 plus 1 plus 2, and log base anything of 1 is just 0. So y is 2. All right, I've got all my points now. So we're going to go over to our graph. And the first thing we're going to do is sketch our asymptote through x equals -1. And we're going to label our x-intercept at -3/4 and 0, and our y-intercept at 0 and 2. And then we're going to sketch a nice smooth curve, getting closer and closer to the asymptote without touching it, through our intercept and going to infinity. So this is y equals log base 2 of x plus 1 plus 2. Now let's have a look at our domain and our range. So remember that the domain is the x values for which the function is valid. And you can see that there is nothing happening to the left of my asymptote. So my function is not defined for x less than or equal to -1. So it begins at -1, but will never ever cross it. So I have a round bracket. And my x values will go to positive infinity, and infinity also always gets a round bracket. My range, well, my y values are going to go all the way from -infinity to positive infinity. Okay.